Hello, friends. It's not Jim Nance, but it is Masters Week, and it's causing me to reflect on the time I attended the Masters in 2016. So much to my surprise, on my 50th birthday, my beloved wife gave me 2 tickets to the Masters practice rounds on Monday and Tuesday. So we got to go see Magnolia Lane, get some pictures in front of there, and this was enough time for us to do a little walking around, and as soon as we're ready to go, who's pulling out but Fuzzy Zeller in his rental car there. So on our way back, John Daly's sitting out there in his Winnebago in the Hooters parking lot selling his clothes. So of course I had to buy a pair of shorts to match my black polo shirt, which I wore to the golf course. So here is the driving range. Got to see a lot of the guys getting warmed up and loose, and then we headed over toward the course, and a couple guys are signing autographs. Here's Jordan Spieth, Mark Leishman. Nice that these guys are doing this for everybody. Especially the kids. What a thrill. Over by the putting green, saw Mike Ware working on his putting stroke. Webb Simpson. Just a phenomenal experience, and how well kept the grounds are. It's just unbelievable. Heinrich Stenson. No cell phones were allowed at the course back then, so I had to actually buy a camera and take all these pictures. So Hideki Matsuyama, who won last year. Here's the first hole, and the Masters scoreboard is right off to the right. I always envisioned, if I got to play this course, that I would blast that off the first tee. We walked around quite a bit, and we followed this group. This is actually Dustin Johnson and Keegan Bradley. Here's DJ with Bryson DeChambeau, a much slimmer Bryson DeChambeau back in 16. And then, of course, Phil. Followed these guys for a while. So we got to walk the whole course. It was really something. I think these guys were having a little money game going, if I'm not mistaken. Right behind him was Rory Mcilroy's group. So got to see these guys hit their approaches and chips. Little putting to the spots where the pins will be during the week, just to test the brakes. Sorry to have to put this picture up, Rory. This is the houses along the 10th fairway, where unfortunately he pulled his drive and never recovered that year. Davis Love III in the 10th fairway. We're looking over his approach shot. Then we went up to the green, and I kind of sat there for a while and watched everybody come in. And Danny Willits, the 2016 winners, with his cross-handed putting grip. There's Bernhard Langer, who I hope I can still play at the same age that he is now. Got Charlie Hoffman here. This is also the 10th green. Jason Duffner. So we just kind of sat there and watched all these guys come in. What a thrill for me here to see all this. Here is the caddies. I think one of them was Jordan Spieth. They were using a level to test the break of the green. Thought that was neat. Tom Watson and his final Masters, followed him along the 11th hole. And of course the famed 12th hole green. Had to really get some pictures of this. This is absolutely beautiful. A picture of me by the directions, the markers, showing you which way to go. 13th fairway, the green from the fairway. What a beautiful hole. Zoom in a little closer here. You see Rays Creek in front. This is the one they all can try to get there in 2. Great hole, great par 5. Had to get my picture by that too. In this next photo, I've actually got a picture going back up the fairway, so you do see how tight it is. So, but if you can get around that corner, you can get there in 2. Here's the 15th hole. Again, the pond in front of the green. Again, a chance to get there in 2, and just so happened Ricky Fowler's in the fairway as I was walking up, so I stopped to watch his approach shot. What a great finish on his swing, too. I know he's been struggling a little bit the last couple of years, so I hope he can get his game back. A look at the 15th green from the 16th tee. You can see how it's very thin. It's not very deep, so. And then here's 16, and what a great par 3 this is. A little zoom in. I think that's Phil up there again. He's kind of caught up to those guys. Great hole. And finally the 18th fairway. And again, you don't realize how much up and down there is in this course. I mean, there's a lot of hills, and you just can't see it on TV. Here's Rory Mcilroy and Jamie Donaldson. You can see how much further Rory outdrove Jamie. So 18 up by the green, back toward the clubhouse. Such a beautiful view. What a trip. What a great 50th birthday gift for me. And if you can ever get there, please do. It's just an unreal experience. So as I mentioned, there were no cell phones allowed on the golf course, so and we had to go buy a camera, which I haven't had a camera for years. There was a Best Buy not too far from Augusta that we were able to buy a camera from, and they had a run on cameras because there was like hardly anything left. It was funny, but yeah, you have to use your photo camera. And then some other things that were really neat about it. The food prices and the drink prices were pretty fair. They don't seem to really charge, like going to a ball game or something. I thought that they were pretty fair prices, and the food is, you have your healthy options, and then of course they have their infamous cheese sandwich, I think a pimento cheese sandwich or whatever, and of course obviously the gift shop, which I obviously had my pullover, I got that there, and I also got a couple shirts, and I still have those. These are still classic items that I'll always keep here. So, but if there ever was a golf course that was so meticulously maintained, it is this one, because you would almost think that somebody took a pair of scissors and cut the grass. I mean, it's that fine. I mean, when you're walking under the trees in between the fairways and things like that, I mean, everything is perfect. It's like nothing is out of place. There's just nothing that is wrong with it. I mean, you can't see anything. I do think that they cheat on their azaleas, though. If I'm not mistaken, I thought that at one time they always had fresh ones brought in and planted right away, so they don't always just grow and look that good right off the bat. But the 12th hole was phenomenal. I sat there for a while too in the stands and was watching the guys hit, and of course you can't walk over by that green or by the next hole, the 13th hole tee box, because that's up and behind it. But I can't imagine the width of that, or the depth, I should say. There's probably not a whole lot of room to miss. So just, it was awesome, again, for me to see Tom Watson. That was his last Masters, so saw him play. Even though these were the practice rounds, a lot of the guys were there already. They were already getting ready and doing their practice and everything. So it was just really a great experience. If you're fortunate enough to get there for the actual rounds, I'm sure those are way more expensive for the tickets if you can get them, but try to do it. But even with the practice rounds, I got pretty much to see the full experience, and it was a great trip. We actually stayed at a hotel not too far from there where actually some of the, I think it was the CBS crew was there, some of the camera crew, some of the workers. Ironically, I rode in the elevator with Peter Jacobson. He got on and I looked at him and he started talking to the guy he was with, and I just looked over and said, I recognize that voice. But, we pretty much kind of leave the people alone. I'm not a big autograph guy. Like I said, the kids were getting the autographs when we were walking past there. I thought that was good. Let the kids get it. I think that's awesome. But great experience. Again, it is Masters Week. It's one of my favorite times of the year after the NCAA tournament finishes up, and that's always exciting with the kids' basketball and everything. And then you figure there's a letdown, but no, then it's like the Masters is next, and you got this elite, great golf tournament. It's just unreal. So I thought I would share. So hope you enjoyed my photos, and again, what a great trip that was. What a great surprise for me for my birthday. And who knows if we'll ever get back. Might be another good guys trip. All right, thanks for watching. Stay well. Maybe we'll see you around. Bye.